For some reason, chat did not want to open up on the phone, but we've got it going now. So. So, in case anyone has missed the last stream, I have not yet stuck the VOD up. We have the Handed Titan, so hopefully, with him running away, or being picked up or whatever, we'll get to see Odin next.
Otto, is now a good time?
It's not a bad one. How's Jill doing?
Oh, she's been better. Ty is making sure she gets the rest she needs.
Good.
Any word on Kupka's movements?
Vivian's doing what she can to try and track him, but she's feeding on scraps. We've sent ours out to the Curse Breakers and their other friends in the West, asking them to keep their eyes peeled for anything unusual. No leads yet, but it's only a matter of time.
Well, I thought I had the chat working. It closed itself back
Let me know
out.
when you find something.
There he is. All right, Clive. Still busy saving the world.
Mid. When did you get back?
Just now.
What about your studies?
Adjourned.
There we go.
Since Hugo Kupka invaded Rosaria. All the canvas in uproar about it. He's gone mad. He's turned rogue. It'll be us next. You try concentrating with all of that.
All right, you win.
How long will you be staying this time?
Dunno. A while, most likely. Any road, while I'm here, I was hoping you could do us a favour.
Mid. You can't just expect me to...
Please, oblige her.
Uh-oh.
While we are busy tracking down Kupka, you should have a little time to spare.
Professor! Now there's a face I haven't seen in a while. Shouldn't you have it buried in a dusty old tome?
I did, till a familiar trill pricked my ears. As ever, your exuberance is a breath of fresh air, which successfully scattered the painstakingly assembled fragments of my thoughts.
I'll take that as a compliment. Well, Clive, you heard the professor. So, I'll meet you in the storeroom when you're done.
Wait, hold on. Breath of fresh air. Bloody tempest, more like.
Oi, Otto, you got my gill.
Huh? What are you on about?
My fee for bringing Mid across. She said you were paying.
That little...
Storeroom, was it? I wonder what Mid's plotting.
No, no, not that way.
Shouldn't you be getting some rest soon?
You took your time.
I'm a busy man, Mid.
I'll get to the point then. I want to turn the room down there into a workshop like the one I had at Dad's place.
Mid, you've only just come back.
And I've been thinking about it for a while. Dad said I had a knack for engineering. Told me everything he knew about it. Then sent me off to Canva to learn everything he didn't. That was his dream for me. That one day I'd put my studies to use for the good of the cause. But I'm helping no one stuck at school. I've studied enough. It's time I put my neck to work. I know that I can help the people here, and I want to do it.
Well. If Sid could see you now. All right. I'll tell Otto you'll be staying.
I knew you'd say yes. Which is why I wrote up a list of jobs for you.
For me?
Who else?
What do you want me to do?
First things first, I need equipment and materials to start making my own. There's the designs for the stuff I need, and the stuff it needs smithing from. The other materials I can work myself. Just need a generous benefactor to lay them on for me. Apart from the wood, I'll need a carpenter for that, but I can just borrow yours.
Is that everything?
For now. I'll let you know if I need out else.
Where to start? Materials and tools. That means Karen and Blackthorn.
The little ones have been up to their old tricks again.
Might have to switch controllers. Right stick on the current one's feeling a little off.
Was wondering where you'd got to. Mid's back from Canva. Have you seen her?
Just now. She's planning to set up a workshop in the stores and asked me to buy her some materials. Here's the list. Think you can find everything on there?
This lot. Would be much of a trader if I couldn't.
Excellent. As for payment,
It's paid 100 times over by what that girl's done for us. If it weren't for her filters, we'd have naught to drink but blight water, and that would have drained the life out of us long ago.
indeed it would.
I'll send the stuff on to Mid when it comes in.
Thank you, Aaron. Blackthorn, you busy?
What's it look like?
I have a commission for you. From Mid. She requires certain tools. Do you think you can make them?
Bloody hell. What's she planning to build with this stuff? On their ship?
Hmm.
I'll see what I can do. Till I bring them over when I'm done.
My thanks. And Mid's, no doubt. That just leaves the carpenter. Let's see if Bardolph's available.
Let's see. At the pier. Oh, okay. Dee.
With a good oil in this kid. Should be enough to keep us. How do, Master Sid?
Bardolph. Mid's looking to build a workshop in the storeroom, and she needs the aid of a skilled carpenter. So naturally I thought of you.
Well, I'd love to help the young miss however I can. But I'm afraid I've got my hands full just keeping this place afloat. There's holes need patching, and if I don't patch them, will all of us sink into the mere. I'd gladly spare Mid all the time I have, but the sad truth is, I ain't got none.
I see.
It don't have to be me, though, does it? What about that other fella? You know, the one over at Martha's Rest. Bernard, was it?
That's right. And he's a friend of the cause. I'll ask Martha if she can spare him. Thank you, Bardolph.
Least I could do.
Ah, Clive, what brings you to the rest?
Our home finds itself in need of an extra carpenter. I wondered if I might be able to borrow Bernard for a short while.
I don't mind if he don't. We're all friends here, aren't we?
Thank you, Martha. Do you know where I might find him?
He went up to Cressida on business. No idea what, mind. Place is a ruin. Far as I know, he's still there.
I'll look from there then.
A bit of a ways away, huh? Let's see. Oh, the entranceway. Okay.
Good girl. Fly, Ambrosia.
No, he fixed the bridge. Ha!
If it ain't the lad who saved my life. What brings you to a place like this?
How do you do, Bernard? Martha said I might find you here. I have a proposition for you.
Do you know? Building a workshop, you see. Well, that beats tacking boards to bridges, sure enough. And if Martha didn't mind me being gone a while, then neither do I. You just tell me where you want me.
That's the spirit.
I couldn't ask a favor, though, could I? Before we go?
Of course.
Well, that there is Cressida, where I grew up. Ain't much left of it now, though. Except my parents' graves. But I came up here hoping to visit. I even patched up the bridge to get across. Only to find the place crawling with thieves. But you're a dab hand when it comes to dealing with beasts and bogles, ain't you? Any chance you could...
It's the least I can do.
Thank you kindly. And take care.
Alright. So do we actually have some mean nasties now? A little bit better. Oh, more. Okay, I deserve that one because I wasn't paying attention. There we are.
That should do it.
You made short work of that lot. Thank you, son. Now my folks can rest in peace once more.
How long is it since the village was abandoned?
Well, people started packing their things after the duchy fell. Between the Blight and the Imperials, you just couldn't make ends meet. It's been nigh on a decade since the last wagon left. Or it may as well have been a century, looking at the place. It's in the Cressida I remember.
I'm sorry.
Don't be. Can't live in the past, no matter how nice it might have been. As soon as I'm done saying a prayer for those that raised me, it's on to your hideaway. I'll meet you there.
That should take care of Mid's little list. Better head back before she thinks of anything else.
Oh, wrong button. No, there's the right one. Okay, just gone to the map that way.
The Litlins have been up to their old tricks again.
Pump.
Some rest.
All right, Clive? You've all done then?
I am. I've placed your various orders, and a carpenter by the name of Bernard is on his way from Martha's Rest.
That's brilliant. Thanks, Clive.
Is there anything else you need?
Nope. Blackthorn and Lady Karen have already sent over everything I asked for, and I've got all my plans drawn up. So as soon as Bernard gets here, we can
Nice.
get to work. I can't wait.
And a level up. That works too. Could always use additional level ups. Do apologize. The charger I had from my phone to read chat is kind of not working again. Not having much luck lately, apparently. Alright, knock on wood, no more issues. Reduces wind-up cool time by 3 seconds, that's not bad.
That's my good deed for the day done. Let's see how Jill's faring.
Oh, and we've got side quest again. I think we'll be okay.
Ah, Clive.
Talia, how's Jill?
Recovering, but she still needs her rest.
Of course. Take good care of her, won't you?
I'll do my best. Oh, Gav was looking for you. He said he had something to show you in the shelves.
The shelves. Oh, that's right. He went to ask our Hippocrates about Torgor. He must have found something.
No new hunts.
What's everyone
Huh.
whispering about?
Okay, wait a minute. Where's the other one at? Did I really just pass them? Yep, they... no? Oh, okay. I guess I wasn't paying attention. Alright, what do you got?
You have the look of a man with the twins upon his shoulders, Rodrigue.
Talia has tasked me with removing the curse breaker's breath. I don't think I can. I'm afraid of what happens if I fail. You survived, I know, but is it really worth the risk?
You don't need me to answer that. I hope as much as you that one day bearers can walk among others as equals. But until then, we must lift that burden in order to go undetected. The operation may be dangerous, but it's...
No. But griping about my lot helps no one, I suppose.
I know you will.
Unfortunately, the first thing it needs doing is the preparation of a drop, something I can't do with the infirmary's ammonia supply so low. What few leaves we have would barely be enough for removing a splinter.
Just tell me what you need.
You'll go. No one knows Herbler like Talia, and she swears by ammonia. Unfortunately for you, I do. Along the river near the village of Amber over in Rosaria. Just search.
Oh, okay.
Do you have a moment, Sid? A team of curse breakers has gone missing near Northreach.
Which team?
Coles. They were sent to liberate a carriage of bearers before they could be smuggled to market. They were moving in for their assault when the carriage was attacked by goblins. A curse breaker managed to release the Stolas amid the confusion, but... this was days ago. They should be back by now, but I've heard nothing from any of them. I can't help but worry that...
They know the work is dangerous. But I'm sure they're fine.
But what if I've got them all killed? Before they go out, I always remind them why we're doing this, what they escaped, and what we're freeing people from. But I never really thought how my words might affect them. What risks they might take because of the things I've said.
I'll go and find them. We'll both rest easier knowing they're safe.
Thank you, Sid. And I'm sorry to trouble you with this. The plan was to intercept the slaver somewhere in the Dragon's Eyrie. I can't tell you much more than that, I'm afraid.
That should be enough to go on. If they were there, Torgal will track them down.
Jill looked white as a sheet when he brought her back.
Clive, where have you been? I've been wanting to ask you something about where did you get him, like, in the first place?
My father brought him back from one of his expeditions into the Northern Territories. They were crossing a snowfield when they heard his cries, and seeing no sign of his pack, they took him in.
What do you reckon, Tones?
It certainly adds weight to the theory. Clive, I believe that Torgal may be no mere hound, but a rare frostwolf, an animal native to the far northern reaches of Valisthea. In one of our oldest bestiaries, I found reference to a frostwolf who served as guardian to an ancient queen of the north. Such was his mastery over ether, he could cast magics on command. His name was Fenrir.
Oh, of course.
Now, the annals do not state it explicitly, but I have reason to believe this queen was a dominant of Shiva, a girl from the Northern Territories and her faithful hound. One awakens as the dominant of Shiva, and the other...
You're saying that Jill granted Torgal his powers?
What?
Just like Fenrir. People called him my hound, but Torgal and Jill were inseparable. He grew up as a faithful companion to the dominant of Shiva, and years later, his powers awakened, just when his master needed him the most.
You're right. If it weren't for Torgal blasting those bastards to Kingdom Come, Jill would have been for it.
Quite. Though Torgal's power is his own, his latent birthright as a frostwolf, it had only to be unlocked.
Oh, get you, Torgal.
You're an even finer hound than we thought.
And regarding your original concern, you need not fear for Torgal's health. Why, the beast has the appetite of a behemoth. Just this very morn, I found him with his nose buried in my nuts.
There you are! I've been looking everywhere for you. Bernard's here. I need you to introduce us so we can get to work.
I shall be a moment.
Brilliant.
It is.
Well, I couldn't have done it without you. You and everyone else. But I promise I'll pay you back. I'm going to work my fingers to the bone for you lot, starting right now. Just you wait. I'll make wonders like this world's never seen.
Then I look forward to seeing them. that that's settled, I wonder if Vivian's made any progress tracking down Kupka.
Yeah, I figured.
Thanks for letting me do this, Clive. I'll pay you back, I promise. I wish...
I think I'll wait till Miggs and Wade's take a tour of it.
How goes the hunt for Kupka?
Largely in circle. We have myriad sightings of strange soldiers in unexpected places. If only we knew for certain by what route he left Rosalith.
Well, keep at it. If anyone can piece this puzzle together, it's you. And I'm willing to wait as long as it takes.
What? Here?
Would that be a problem?
Do you know, Clive? I believe it a mercy that you didn't inherit your father's throne. Your poor people would surely live in fear of you.
You have nothing to worry about on that front. I won't be claiming his crown.
That is a relief.
Clive, have you got a minute? We, have a guest.
A guest?
For your trouble.
It was a pleasure, in hindsight.
Uncle Byron? Clive, my boy!
Oh,
Tap a cask and stoke the ovens for your favourite uncle is here!
meanwhile, somewhere else.
The Dalmekian government sues for peace. How shall we respond?
If they're willing to accept their fault in the matter, I see no reason to refuse them.
Still, we must insist on substantial reparations. Twinside stores are not as bottomless as reported.
Aye, and we have many more mouths to feed. We shall just have to have the Dalmeks empty their treasuries for us.
Of course, none of this would have been possible without your timely intervention, Prince Olivier.
Indeed, I doubt any of us would have had the courage to trade words with the mighty Titan, nor less the wit to win him over.
The Empire owes you a great debt.
May the blessing of the crystals go with you, Your Highness.
May the blessing of the crystals go with you.
Very good.
Now, let us come to the question of precisely when the Dalmeks will withdraw their troops.
Dion's fire could rid us of them in mere moments. The men of the Fist will not withdraw until a peace treaty is concluded. So let us keep the negotiations open, give them time to gather what gold and trinkets they can, and once they deliver that which we demand, what worth is a piece of parchment?
Oof.
Your Radiance, were Prince Dion to take the field, the enemy would surely send their own dominant to meet him.
And while His Highness would of course prevail, there would be heavy losses on both.
You need not fear Hugo Cooper. He is engaged on the Western Front. Even were the Dalmex to send for him, he would not arrive in time. As much as I would enjoy witnessing a clash between Bahamut and Titan, it is not to be.
And what of your subjects, Your Radiance? If the fighting spread to the city proper, the people would bear the brunt of it.
There will be losses, it is true.
Grady.
Yet for every citizen who falls, another can be bred. For every home that burns, another can be built. The Empire will live on. Eon?
Yes, sire.
What is it with this guy and the flower? Smack.
Prepare for battle.
Sire.
Do not make me repeat myself. Return to your camp and await my orders.
If that is your wish, Your Radiance, I shall depart at once. May Gregor forgive you.
What do those challenges augur?
The stars are in agreement, Your Radiance. The shadow of treachery hangs over Prince Dion.
So Annabella's tales were true. You disappoint me, Dion.
I could be wrong, but I feel like the Queen may be excuse me, it's been a bit of a long day. I feel like the Queen could potentially be Ultima in disguise.
My dear Neb,
How did you find this place, Uncle?
through the good offices of young Sir Wayne. He really is the most helpful fellow. As are you, I hear. The Guardians and those they freed tell the most outlandish tales of your heroics in Rosalith. Which is why I came, to learn the full truth of the matter. Sort the fact from the fiction, so to speak.
You were working with the Guardians of the Flame to evacuate the people of Rosalith to Port Isolde.
I was. Aye.
And I have questions for you. Please, come inside, Uncle.
Gladly. You there? 2,000 gold talents in those chests. See that they're added to my nephew's coffers, would you? 2,000? And I'm afraid that is all I know.
A fleet sailing south past Port Isolde. Most intriguing.
Forgive me for not being able to tell you more. I hadn't the faintest idea Coco withdrew wounded from Nazareth. Still less that my own nephew dealt the decisive blow.
What do you think, Vivian?
I think, with this news of the Dalmekian fleet and recent reports of the Royalists' movements, that the final piece of the puzzle has fallen into place. Come here and I'll show you. It is known that Kupka's forces entered Rosaria via its unguarded coast. So can the same be said of your visitors from Waloed? Certainly her Royal Navy is famed for the efficiency with which it bears her knights from one battlefield to the next. And in the Ein Herjar, or Black Galleon, she boasts a vessel nigh as swift and every bit as feared as the kingdom's legendary cavalry. A fitting flagship for a land apart, her naval presence being crucial to her ambitions beyond Ash. Yes, it seems safe to assume that the Royalists did indeed enter Rosaria from the sea. So then, had you a vested interest in Titan's survival, whither would you take him? Why home to Drake's Fang, a place rich enough in ether to conjure the magics needed to mend his hurts? Or would that not entail an arduous voyage around the southern cape? Let us say that the Royalists did put ashore with a mind to spirit Kupka away from under your very nose. Would that truly have been their plan for him? To load him aboard one of the ships flying Republican colours sighted off the coast near Port Isolde. To spend weeks at sea, being tossed hither and yon by unforgiving waves, his life hanging in the balance. No, the journey would mean Titan's death, and Kupka's faithful creatures would not allow it. So what then was the plan of our Waloed friends? Reports suggest they made not for the coast, but for the desert. And by cutting through the Velcroy, a party travelling light would have Titan back in his bed days before a galley could lurch into port. To wit, it was the Royalists, not the Republicans, who effected Hugo Kupka's safe retreat. I would stake your life on it.
Well, there's no hands about it.
So it was the Waloeders who spirited the legend. Now I think about it, there was something a little strange about the ships I saw. The men seemed almost crestfallen, as if in mourning, as if they believed, or were made to believe, that their master was dead.
You have a keen mind, Lord Rosfield. And you have your answer. To find Kupka, you have merely to follow the Royalist trail across the Velcroy. It may well have gone cold by now, but as they say in the Republic, all roads lead to Drake's Fang.
Allow me to accompany you part of the way. As luck would have it, I had intended to journey Candlewood on business after visiting you here. The Fang would be but a short detour.
I'd be glad of the company. Give me a moment to make ready. I need to tell my friends what we've learned. And where we're going.
Very well, but be quick about it, my boy. Time waits for no man.
Talk to her real quick.
And how may I assist you today? We met under curious circumstances. Naturally. Still. Lord Byron Rossfield. I heard tell. Why? How may I help you today? Of course. One must understand one's place in the world. Very good.
Otto, Kupka's at Drake's Fang. I'll be leaving before sunset.
You're not going in there alone, are you?
Don't worry. I'm not going there to destroy the Mother Crystal. All I'm after is Kupka's head. I won't risk any more than I have to. I promise.
The lands around the Fang are all Kupka's personal theft. You have any trouble on the way, you ask for Rosina Delamere, Suncaller, the Desert Pair.
Who is she?
An old associate of Sid's, and only Sid's. All I know is the name, and that they used to be at the Delamere Inn. We've heard nothing from him since he died. I'm thinking maybe the new Sid might be able to bring her back into the fold.
Thanks. I'll keep that in mind.
So, what about your uncle? I mean, he's welcome to stay, but...
Don't look so worried. He'll be coming with me.
Thank fuck for that.
Gav, Otto, I'm leaving you two in charge.
You can count on us.
Spam callers. Hey, it's good, Byron. Excuse me. Let's see what we got.
I'm ready to depart.
We shall come.
Oh, finally a new token. So we got one way up there. Don't worry about raising the renown in a bit.
I was a young man when last I walked this path. There's an old trading post not far from here. The road to Drake's Fang leads through it.
The trading post it is.
Yay. Riddle of the Sands, okay. Actually, I've already goofed up. I forgot to check something. Well, I could most certainly do the side quest, which probably wouldn't hurt. Probably would not be a bad idea to check out the items.
And what can I do for you?
We're gonna ask about Mid first.
Quite the opposite. Like father, like daughter. If you're gonna buy
What do
something,
we
be
got?
quick about it.
Oh. I already had the platinum sword too, okay. Hunter's waistcloth. Hunter's armband. Chandler's whisper. Crimson tassel increases limit break generation by dealing damage and taking damage. Music. And then, of course, potions and such.
Finished, are you?
Yeah, okay. How about the weapons and armor?
Clive?
Ask about mid.
Summer storm, that one. So, what'll it be?
Alright, so we have grindstone, and when he lifted his fist beneath them was found naught but dust. That's Titan.
Last you a good while.
Yeah, we're gonna equip that one. Hunter's waistcloth 1. I have the Drake Sling belt already. Yep, saw something there. Scarlet. So I gotta go find me some scarletite. May not have to. Yeah, I have to. I don't know where I got scarletite to begin with.
Anything else?
Alright. I wish I'd pull that out so I could see what the sword looks like. Okay. Well, letters. Oh, we have new hunts. That's worth waiting on. I bet that's where we're gonna get the scarletite from. Alright. See where these are. No new message. Alright, we have just the one. A hill to die on. Among Republican. Oh, it's in the desert. In Dalmekia. By a black boulder, a creature indeterminate to nature. In nature. But quite decided to... I can't hardly read this from where I'm sitting. I never had this much issue reading small print. But quite decided in size, strength, and sprite. He or she who took it upon it themselves to seek out and to slay this black mass would earn the eternal gratitude not only of the desert traders, but of the curse breakers who risk life and limb with every trip through the Velkhoi. Okay. So, at Velkhoi Desert in Dalmekia. Alright. See what we can get up here. Got a nice little teleport there. Let's see what we can play with now. I see some flying stuff.
Lies over that dune, beyond the ruins. Knock 'em
We
well,
see
Clive.
some
All too
scorpions.
easy to lose one's bearings.
Helldiver. Well,
This one.
okay. Oh, looks like we have some black chocobos.
Many years
Maybe
ago,
reds.
when you were just a boy, you and I rode this way together, accompanying your father on a scouting expedition to Drake's Fang.
He let me come with you.
I'm not surprised you don't remember. It was just before Joshua was born. You were so eager to be there when your brother arrived that you whipped your chocobo too hard on the journey home and fell from the saddle. I shall never forget how Elwyn fussed over you as you sat in the sand, bawling like a babe.
So, Lord Cook.
Good girl.
Ah, there she is. The good old Dalamil Inn. Do you know, this heat has given me quite a thirst. Quick drink before we press on?
Look, there. Those are Ashen steeds. No doubt about it.
And such a long ride from Stonehair. Our Luda friends must be soothing their saddle sores in the inn. Shall we join them? Run along and play now, Torgal. Dogs aren't allowed inside.
Meh.
Good day to you. Eating?
Sorry about my pal. He only talks when his mouth's full. What do you recommend?
Well, if you're after something light, we do a fine chocobo soup with lentils and honey.
2 bowls of that, then. An ale.
Right you are.
Hey, girl!
Coming!
Your pal? Would you rather be my squire?
Grace, it is plain you are not yet well enough to travel. If you would only let me take you to someone who can better attend to your ills.
No, we must press on. Prince Dion has returned to his camp and will soon depart for the front. I must speak with him at all costs. Miss this chance and I may never get another. You do understand that?
Yes, Your Grace. You must at least agree to take your medicine. I'll fetch you some water.
Keep watch, they tell us. But all I see is sand.
I hear they got our guest back to the Fang without any trouble. We'll be leaving soon enough.
Why the Lord Commander dragged us all this way just to save that blockhead skin, we'll never know. Dominant or not, he's a bloody idiot.
That'll be Cooker, then.
Well, let's get this down us. We've a long way to go.
Hey, you.
Uncle?
Sorry.
Can you walk, Your Grace?
What's wrong?
I fear trouble may be brewing downstairs.
You two are travelers, are you not? Me and my companions are strangers here. Perhaps you'd be good enough to accompany us a while. Help us find our way.
Sorry, lads. But we've got business in camera that can't wait.
Ah, I'm sure you could spare us an hour or two. Friend.
I'll take that.
I'm afraid we don't have a moment to lose. Friend. Stay back, Uncle.
Gladly.
Gotta have the ale and the food.
Diablo, take him.
Try it.
Next.
Just like that.
Farewell.
Oh, that was... yeah. Bloody hide.
your trouble. Word of advice, miss. That soup could do with a touch more salt.
Now's our chance. Your Grace?
I'm fine.
Clive?
Now he realizes Jocelyn was there. Was.
What is it now?
It's nothing. Let's go.
Well, we didn't know where to find Kupka before. We do now.
The Royalists said it themselves. Their guest is in the Fang. We should press on before any more of their friends turn up.
The final sting. Ah. Oh, can't go that way.
Look, Father.
Markets. Oh.
Ah, they've closed the road. And it's the only way from here to the Fang. It would seem Lord Kupka is not accepting visitors at present.
We have to get through that gate.
Not by force, I trust. We've attracted quite enough unwanted attention already.
By guile, then. Perhaps the Desert Hare can offer us her aid.
Rosina Dalamil, woman of mystery. But how will we find her? We know naught of her but her name.
And that she was working with Sid. Sid's other collaborators have all been people of means, the wealthiest and most successful members of their communities. I'll wager this Rosina Dalamil is the same.
That would certainly help to narrow the search. We need only inquire as to who is in charge of the town.
And that's exactly what I mean to do.
Crystal delivery's over. Get back to your homes.
Good day, my lord.
Don't have any desert roses. Well, could always use the music.
Here you are. Go with Gilbert.
Looks like we won't be getting back to Drake's Fang anytime soon.
There we are.
Anything I can help you? Allow me. My good man, we represent one of the oldest and great. We're seeking to expand our business in the region and would very much like to make the acquaintance of Dalamil's leading...
Well, we're best known for our baths, our markets and our smithies. I suppose you could...
Thank you. Oh, you wouldn't happen...
No.
Well...
What do you want? Can't you see I'm busy?
I won't keep you long. I'm looking for someone. A woman by the name of Rosina Dalamir.
Never heard of her. Is that all?
One more question. If I wanted to find the richest trader in town, where would you recommend that I look?
Oh, that's easy. The Briar's Kiss. Won't find a finer smithy this side of the strait. The owner's only a young sprig, but he's got all the right ideas.
The Briar's Kiss, you say? Thank you.
I doubt this young sprig is the person we're looking for. You said Sid's contact was likely to be an influential sort. Influence comes with age and experience. Believe you me.
Mummy, I want to play with the crystal.
How many times do I have to tell you? It's not a toy.
Did I miss something?
Incense! Look, Father! Hot water!
I'm missing something.
Looks like we won't be getting back to Drake's Fang anytime soon.
Okay. How did I miss that? I already know the answer. It was not looking in the right direction.
Yes, I'm looking for a woman by the name of Rosina Dalamir. A long-standing pillar of your community, I believe, from old trading stock.
Then you should ask further. He's been here for years. Knows the place and its people like the back of his hand. And he's in with all the old merchant families. Try the baths. That's where you'll usually find him.
Thank you kindly. Well, it sounds like we have our man.
Perhaps. Let's go and find out exactly what this Furter knows.
Hanging lanterns! Keep the darkness from your door!
Silver platters! Just like they eat.
Excuse me. Are you Furter?
I am. Can I help you, travelers?
I hope so. You've lived here for some time, is that correct? Do you know Rosina Dalamir? We believe she may be a trader of some renown.
And what business do you have with the Desert Hare?
She was a close friend of mine. I was hoping she might be able to help me.
Very well. Go to the Bordello. I'll arrange an introduction.
Do you think we can trust him?
Only as far as I think he'd...
So you're the ones who've been sniffing around?
I beg your pardon?
Don't play the fool. Stick your nose in our business and you're likely to lose it.
Oh, okay.
Get him!
Who are you working for? Him or her?
Him. The boss. He wanted us to test you.
Though one could hardly call that a test.
Lord Ferda?
Look what the cat dragged in.
Your skill with a blade is rare indeed, my lord. A fitting talent for an outlaw.
You know who I am. So what now? Call in the men of the Rock and collect the bounty?
That isn't my decision to make. Our work is done. Take him to meet his precious Rosina. She will be interested to make his acquaintance.
Yes, my lord. To the Lock of Leisure, then.
To the Lock of Leisure.
Needed to a silken soft.
Take a sniff, good sir.
My carpets have...
Is this the place?
Ubor's Forge. The Briar's Kiss.
Ah, so it was the young sprig after all. So much for Rosina Dalamil being a woman of experience. How wrong I was.
It was an easy mistake to make, Uncle. After all, it must have been years since Sid last saw her. Sorry, him. Whoever this Lubor truly is, he's clearly a man of means. I'd say he deserves our respect.
See that he gets it. Lubor, Lord Ferda told me to bring them to you.
My boys tell me you're in need of assistance. Sid the Second.
I won't waste your time. I need passage through the south gate.
Tell me, what do you think is a merchant's most important commodity?
Time.
My trust. Everyone knows that. Without it, you have nothing. And nothing is exactly what you have. And so, for you, I, too, have nothing. I'm not in the business of helping every lost puppy that wanders in off the street. I'm a busy man, as you can see.
Let's leave this mummer to his farce.
By all means. Find someone else to help you on your way. Just be sure to tell them you're not the two travelers from the inn the guards are looking for. Don't want them jumping to conclusions, do we?
Why, you...
So, what do we need to do to earn your trust?
I like this one. Willing to do whatever it takes to get what he wants. Men like you have a special place in my heart. Why, you ask? Because they get me what I want. Always.
Fine. So what do you want?
Don't tell me you're going to listen to this swaggering scruff.
We might as well hear him out. It's only natural that an ally of Sid's would seek assurances of strangers. Assuming he is an ally, of course. 5 years ago, he would have still been a boy.
And yet even then I had more good sense than a man, 5 times my age? But enough of the pleasantries. We were speaking of what I want. I want you to put an end to the trouble in Dalamil. Return to me when you have done so, and you shall have my aid. Until then, I bid you good day.
What trouble? If you're going to give us orders, be clear about them, damn you!
Manners, Greybeard. One catches more damselflies with honey than with vinegar.
What did you call me?
My apologies. A word of advice in recompense. Follow the crystals. Oh, but that was 3. Oh, I'm making this too easy for you.
Ha! It will be easy. Solving his little riddle should be like dealing with him. Child's play. Let us divide our forces, Clive. I'd rather not drag this parlor game on any longer than we need to.
All right. Good luck, Uncle. I thought we were the only ones causing trouble in Dalamil.
A deposit.
Information, my good man.
There we are.
Excuse me. Is it true there's...
You've heard, then?
I've heard rumors.
Damn thief. Pilfering the crystals that were meant to fill our cups and light our stoves. Us common folk have hardly had a shard to share between us these last few moons. And it isn't as if we can buy them on the black market either. Whoever's taking them, they aren't sharing.
It's Kupka's men, it's easy.
Do you have a moment?
Depends what for.
Just a question. Dalamil seems to be thriving compared to the other villages I came through on the way. Is there a reason for that?
Well, we're a stone's throw from Drake's Fang, for one. The soldiers guarding the Mother Crystal and the shipments need a place to spend their hard-earned gil. The men on the rock throw their money about like there's no tomorrow.
Is that so? Well, Thank you. Don't let me keep you from your work any longer.
The juiciest meat from Greens. You wouldn't believe how much he gave me.
What can I do for you, soldier? Need that sword polishing?
I'm not a soldier.
Ugh, then be off with you. I serve the men of the Rock and the men of the Rock only.
You have an agreement with them?
Don't be stupid. I just know which side my bread is buttered. Don't want to be stuck under some pauper when they come knocking. With pockets deeper than Zemeckis and an urge to empty them. No, just leave, will you? Before you scare them off.
I think I'm starting to get an idea of what's been going on. I wonder if Uncle Byron's anything of use. He'll probably be back at the inn by now.
What was all that crashing and banging about before?
Uh-oh.
It's you, the one who broke all our furniture. What do you want? Haven't you caused enough trouble already?
I'm looking for my pal.
The gentleman who was with you? Yes, he's at...
Thank you. I'll go and fetch him.
Let me treat you. I need to drink.
Are you now?
Will this suffice as a deposit?
As it stands. That's a black pearl.
One of the many treasures in my collection that I would be only too happy to part with, should you give me reason to do so.
All right. I'm sure that we can come to an agreement, but not here.
What are you doing, Uncle?
Bribing.
Care to explain why you're giving gifts to Kupka's men?
Bait, my boy. One cannot catch one's prey without it. And I do believe I've snagged us quite the quarry. I started by asking around the markets as to where I might purchase crystals. I had no luck, of course. It's forbidden to trade in such things. But my uncharacteristic indiscretion just happened to attract the attention of those uniformed ruffians. They took me aside and said they could procure the crystal I sought if I proved I could pay for it.
So the pearl was your proof?
I thought they'd ask for more. A second-rate specimen like that would only fetch 500,000 or so. A small price to pay for admittance to the underworld. But enough about my little act of subterfuge. What did you discover?
That the supply of crystals has dried up of late. And some people seem to think they're being stolen. Meanwhile, members of Kupka's private guard have been spending money all over town. I'll wager those soldiers you've been talking to have been siphoning off crystals meant for elsewhere and pocketing the profits.
I'll wager you're right.
We'll meet with them then, just as you arranged, and put an end to the trouble Lubor spoke of.
Ha! That preening popinjay thought this would be difficult. It just goes to show one should never underestimate a Rosfield. We'll soon wipe that smirk off his face. I arranged to meet with the soldiers in a secluded corner of the Velcroy, far from prying eyes.
The perfect place for a spot of double dealing.
I trust I can count on your support if things turn sour.
Of course.
Why is the tavern shut? What was all that crashing and banging about before?
The finest
The most fragrant herbs
Needed to a silken softness.
Get it while it's hot.
Like eating a cloud with a crust.
Do you think they'll be back soon? I need a new dress.
Wait, Sinfords!
Just look at the detail. Lighting for Gilbert's sake.
Billy Madison, is that you? Oh. Chose the wrong way. Oh wait, there's more! Ah.
Fresh bread, born from the oven.
Yes, they're quite soon.
Wrong button. Well, that works too.
Come on. Fly, Ambrosia.
That was quick.
I'll take it from here.
I was beginning to think you weren't coming, my lord. You've brought your contribution?
All the silver and stones I could scrape together at such short notice?
You brought the whole 500 talents.
That was the price we agreed upon, yes? If you've no objections, I'd like to see the crystal.
Of course. Right this way, my lord.
Not bad at all. You weren't lying about the clarity. But what of security? If I were to be stopped on the road, what guarantee have I that it wouldn't be seized as property of the Republic?
Because these crystals are no longer the property of the Republic. You're not buying from us. You're buying from them.
And we have no more jurisdiction here than you, my lord. But we have ships, and will gladly deliver to a port of your choosing, now that our price has been met.
Royalists, eh? What brings you here?
Why, to collect their share of Drake's Fang's blessing, of course. Our nations are allies, and so they are entitled to a portion of the Mother Crystal's bounty. And being such good friends, we elected to increase that portion and share the benefits. And now that these crystals are officially property of the Kingdom of Waloed, we are duty-bound not to interfere, no matter where they might happen to end up next.
Did you get all that? They're in cahoots!
So it would seem. My lord, what is the meaning of this?
Double-crossing dogs. They're not here to do business. Kill them. Kill them both!
Not over yet, Uncle. I'm just getting warmed up. This one. Waken winds! This one.
More of them, okay. Oh, black chocobos. Oh, okay.
Well, that wasn't too bad. How'd you like my performance, huh? I've often played the villain on the stage. I think I did the
Greybeard, you were magnificent. The battle scene was particularly thrilling. Such a shame you didn't have more of an audience, but perhaps that's for the best.
How long have you been watching?
Long enough to witness your uncle's sordid transaction. I hardly expected one so venerable to degrade himself so thoroughly. Buying one...
This was the trouble you spoke of. The men of the Rock taking Crystal's men for the... Well...
Indeed it is. The people of Dalamil had scarcely any means of redress against Kupka's men. Until you two... Well, we'd better get these crystals back to town. You won't mind waiting with them while I fetch a... It occurs to me that I still don't know your name.
Clive.
So, Sid the Second is a Clive. I suppose it could have been worse. Well, Clive, you held up your end of the bargain, so I must do the same. Passage through the South Gate, was it not? To tell the truth, you've helped a little there too. Many of the guards have already been redeployed to deal with the issue of their missing comrades. And those left behind have been encouraged to look the other way should you attempt to pass through. Thank you. And please allow me
me to cover your costs. You still have the purse I gave to the soldiers, I trust? I saw you pluck it from one of the bodies.
Oh, dear. Was I really so obvious?
And my name is not Greybeard. It is Lord Byron Rosfield, thank you very much.
No, thank you very much.
Greybeard.
Greybeard.
Double the...
Here, wear this.
Was it a wood mask? Oh, desert rose. Ha!
Any friend of mine who sees you with it shall be a friend of yours.
Thank you, Lubo.
And please, feel free to send one of my Stoluses back to your... Tell them that Rosina Dalamil is back in bed with Sid.
We are lost, Elan. To his Achilles.
I'm trusting you, Sid. Or should I say, Clive. So be sure not to let me down. I have a reputation to uphold. Well then, I wish you a safe journey south.
Thank you.
Not at all. It was my pleasure.
I bet so.
Come on, Uncle. Let's go.
Alrighty. Hopefully that'll be enough to craft some more stuff.
What is it now?
Now you're gonna give me information.
Alas. Still, ours is a blessed corner of the Velcroy. At least they did. So... how very fitting. Of course, there's simply no other way. Don't be a stranger.
Okay.
I've never even forged a butter knife before. Perhaps Forge Master Luber's having fun.
I wouldn't put it past him.
Neither would... Oh, wait. Sorry. I'm Sava, Master Luber's least soon to be former apprentice if I don't pass this test. People are buying up weapons faster than the Briar's Kiss can forge them, and here I am. He wants me to make a carving knife, one that embodies the... I don't suppose you have any idea what...
I'm afraid not.
Never mind. Thought I'd ask.
I could give you a hand. I know how busy the Briar's Kiss has been. And that Lubor needs all...
I'd be a fool.
So...
Good question. if I'm honest. And then there's this little riddle to keep in mind.
The way I see it, there's only one way we'll be solving Loophole. We need information.
You're right. There's no point fumbling in the dark now. There's plenty of folk in Dalamil who use knives for a living. There's the butcher, of course, and they're bound to have an opinion or two about the tools. All right. I'll talk to every cook I can find. You speak to the...
All right.
Let's hope that someone says...
Carving out a niche. Alright.
Trust Lubor to take a simple test and turn it into a riddle. I better get to it.
My carpets have...
Take a sniff, good sir. Transporting.
Welcome, sir. What can I do you for?
A question, if you don't mind. I need to know what makes a good carving knife.
You a blacksmith or something?
Something, I suppose.
Fair enough. Knives, is it? First and foremost, it's got to hold an edge. Most knives will make it through fat, no problem, but sinew dulls cheap steel in no time. Give me a blade which can slice through anything that crosses my chopping block, and I'm a happy woman.
So a knife that stays sharp. Makes sense.
Made from the stoutest stone. Everything I've worked for. All those years of toil.
Are you all right?
The baths are closed. And second thought, perhaps you are just what I need.
That depends on the job.
I'd have you save my business. The baths. The water's turned scalding hot and all the crystals in Dalim. I've no doubt that my woes stem from... But I can't go and investigate for fear of my customers. I'm bound to these baths in more ways than one. I beg of you.
All right.
Wonderful. Leave the market by the south gate. The smell of these baths are all that keep me from an ignoble end. My livelihood, my very...
Yeah, I get it, we get it.
Wait inside. Ah, they've opened the gate.
Lubor was true to his word.
Well, we can make our way back to the Fang now, at least.
What is it? Sorry. Do you mind if I ask your Hunter? I have a question. Can you tell me what makes a good...
Has to be able to put up with some punishment. Can't be dealing with a brittle blade. Not while I'm on the... Your knife snaps every time you use it. You'll be spending coin as fast as you make it. Terms are hard enough.
Thank you. I won't keep you...
Business, eh? Man after mine.
So, a carving knife should be hard-wearing and hold an edge. Hardly a revelation. Let's hope Sava had better luck than I did.
Silver platters!
Like a hard-working knife.
Needed to a silken softness.
It would be the finest fabrics! Fresh from the...
So, you learn anything useful, or...?
Only that a blade should be durable and stay sharp.
All the cook said was that he needs his knife too heavy and they do his shoulder in.
So we're no better off than when we start. Perhaps Libor didn't mean anything with his... That can't be right. I've bandied enough words with the man to know that he chooses them, Kit. No. He must be missing...
No doubt you're right. I have to make a start soon.
Agreed.
Right. I've been trained to work iron. The cheap stuff, mind. But it's hardly enough if you don't hammer it too thin. Trouble is, it's either durable, meaning someone is going to be disappointed.
Is there no one else you can turn to?
The other apprentices know better than to help me with my test. A merchant, a favourite of Forge Master Lubor's, who sells metal. I bet she'd know a thing.
has finally made his move.
Could be anywhere in here.
What do you think those soldiers were?
Any luck? Or will you be needing help with your bags?
Well, I asked her, but...
If you're looking to make a knife that will impress a master like Lubor, they're just not that viable. Featherlight adamantite knives will get passed from generation to generation, never needing so much as a lick of the whetstone. But adamantite ore is unique to ash, so it doesn't come cheap.
And it's beyond my skill to handle.
Unique to ash. Are there any materials unique to Dalamil? Something which could be mixed with iron to refine it. Make it lighter.
What are you getting at?
You said that Lubor trained you to work iron. Then that's what he'll expect you to use. But he would have known that it would either be too heavy or too brittle for a carving knife. Perhaps his Dalamil remark wasn't a riddle, but a hint.
If it's cheap metal you're using, then there's always limestone, I suppose. Folk first settled Dalamil to get at her mineral deposits. And, if you know the trick, it can be melted down in the furnace to drive out impurities from low-quality iron.
Bloody hell! That must be it! I don't suppose you know the trick, do you?
It's hardly my speciality, but I've been around enough blacksmiths to know how it works.
Looks like I've got some learning to do. Clive, I hate to ask after all that you've done for me, but...
Limestone? Fine. I can hardly abandon you now. Besides, I want to know if this is the answer to Lubor's little riddle.
I can't thank you enough, Clive. You'll have no trouble finding limestone over in the terraces. The place is bloody made of it.
Then I suppose I'll meet you back at the forge.
Right you are. See you shortly. So, do you crush it up, or just throw it in the fire?
Good girl.
Can't stay cause spoilers, but just saying hey and have a great stream.
Hey, little Miss Bink, thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Whenever you get further to do, I can't speak. I'm sorry. Whenever you get further, definitely tell me about it because I want to hear, especially with some of the stuff you'll get to learn in this. It's pretty amazing.
Will do. Take care, Balth.
Back to the stables, girl.
Well, is it true what I'm hearing?
My carpets have dried and...
Fresh bread, warm from the oven.
Weights and pots!
Hanging lanterns, keep...
careful.
Nope, through the door we
should get
go.
going soon.
Ah, I'm not too late.
What is it, Lubal?
A question that I neglected to ask earlier. Where is it that you're bound?
To Drake's Fang. To finish Hugo Kupka.
Just as I thought. Then allow me to share a secret. Drake's Fang is currently riddled with royalists. Tolmeki and Walud are allies, and as you've seen, their soldiers work hand in glove. But no nation has ever before allowed a foreign army to make a barracks of its holiest of holies.
Not by choice, at least.
And there's more. A man on the inside of the Fang has failed to report for several days. I fear there may be more trouble lying in wait for you on the road ahead.
Isn't there always?
If you're determined to beard the lion's den, then promise me one thing. That you will enter via the mines, where the guard is lightest. I've lost one Cid already. If I lose another, people will start to think me careless.
I don't plan on dying. Not before Kupka does, anyway.
Well, so long as you have a plan.
Drake's Fang should be just beyond these springs. Shall we press on?
Had a feeling there was some bombs around.
One rock looks a lot like another. But hopefully this is what Seven needs.
We should get going soon.
Just look at the teeth. Needed to a
Juiciest meat.
The most fragrant herbs.
The finest fabric.
I wasn't sure how much you'd need, but I hope this isn't.
You are one of the good ones, you know that. You and that merchant both, she's got quite a gift for teaching that one. Now, time to see if limestone is the secret weapon we were hoping for. That'll do, I reckon. A knife forged from the very rocks of Dalamil. Her spirit, if you will.
It's a fine-looking blade.
I only hope Master Lubor agrees.
That sounds like my cue. And just as well. I was getting tired of waiting.
I'm sorry, Forge Master Lubor.
Let's take a look then, shall we? First things first, Sava, do you think this is a carving knife worthy of the fine people of Dalamil?
I'd like to think so. But what do you think?
What do I think indeed? It's sharp-ish, but it won't last long with hard use. And it's heavy, heavier than it should be. You might not think it just to hold it for a moment, but sell that to a cook and you'll never hear the end of it. It looks like someone paid a visit to the terraces. The limestone was a step in the right direction, granted, but one that still leaves you short of the mark.
And I was so certain I had it all worked out.
I don't know who you found to teach you that little trick, but it certainly shows initiative. Next question. How much do you think I would charge if I'd made this?
Well, if it took you even a fraction of the time it took me, I would say you could demand a heavy purse.
Nope.
And who would be able to pay that? The butcher? The hunter? The cooks over at the inn? Dalimil is home to humble traders, not wealthy lords and ladies. Rule number 1 in any business, Sava: know your customers.
Yes, Forge Master.
This is just about passable. But only just. I'd say you're worth keeping around a little longer. Starting tomorrow, you'll have an anvil of your own.
I will. Thank you. I was wondering, what would you do if you were asked to forge a carving knife?
I'd do what I always do. Ask who it's for. If it was for the butcher, I'd make sure it holds an edge. For the hunter, I'd make it as tough as Titan. For the cook, light as a feather. And for the nobleman, I'd make it cost an absolute fortune.
There goes a master, all right.
It looks like congratulations are in order.
I couldn't have done it without you. So much for the Forge Master's riddle, though, eh? The spirit of Dalimil had nothing to do with limestone or anything much at all. Meaning, I had you run around for no good reason.
You've passed your test. That's all that matters. You'll have a forge of your own in no time.
And when I do, I'll craft you the finest carving knife you have ever seen.
There we have that. Alright, we got a goblin coin for that. Alright, on to our next little side mission.
My carpets have pride of place.
Made from the stoutest stoneware. Silver platters. Sweet incense.
Yeah, I figured it was gonna be around the bend.
We should get going soon.
Can I whistle? Yeah.
Come on. Run like the wind.
Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-bum. Oh, I can't get over there, can I? Not yet, at least. Item. Gil. Okay. Gil's always good. Definitely need more of it. I know I gotta buy every item from all the merchants on here in order to get that achievement. Let's get off the bird. Alright.
By the flames. That explains the heat.
Over here! Too slow.
Ah, I did that one. That was all me on that. No, another one. Oh, the blue one.
Too slow. Get him.
Got it. Okay. Anything else? Black blood could be traded for gil.
Let's cool things down a bit. Let's hope it's enough to keep the baths from boiling.
Alright, birdie. Where's Ambrosia?
Let's go.
Alright, let's go. Ah, come on.
Come on, girl.
That'll do, girl.
We should get going soon.
Hanging lanterns, keep it up. There he is. The man who saved... I was hoping we'd be seeing you. The baths grow more bearable by the moment. It won't be long now, but...
I'm glad to hear it.
Now, tell me this. What did you find at the terraces?
Not what I expected, that's for certain.
You tell a fine story. That's not to say I don't believe you, though. Creatures made of flame. But I burdened you with my worries enough already. Right. It's high time I got back to work. With a little luck that...
A little bit more renown there. Reduce the ignition cool time by... Oh, and there's the Scarletite. Well, might as well. No sense in staying with a lesser defense than I need. So... Ba-ba-ba-bum.
Who's this?
Clive? What do you want?
Lots. Okay. There it is. Oh, it was also part of why I needed to go after Gelatinous Mass.
I do say so myself.
Yep, I will take that.
Anything else?
Nope. how about the abilities? Surely I've got a couple points. Definitely enjoy using ignition, so I'm not gonna gripe on that one.
Sid's going to find Cooker.
Alright, look at the local map. Make sure I got nothing new. Probably gotta go talk to Tomes. Oh, and go claim our thingy over here.
The little ones have been up to their old tricks again. Oh, I wasn't expecting you back so soon. Your benefactors are a generous lot. There you are.
Another Direwolf Jess. And I need another
Best of luck
10
out there,
points to go into the next one. I was going to call it quits, but you know what? Let's actually go see if we can find Cole's party already. Just mess around and do what we can here.
Slavers don't even bother.
There we are. See if we can find something mean to play with. Oh, already found him. I wasn't expecting that.
Get me back on my feet.
Yeah, get off the bird.
Cole, I'm glad you're in one piece.
Just about. Sid, if you don't mind me asking...
Doris sent me to find you. She hasn't had...
I sent a runner to the Dame in Northridge. The hideaway should have learned of us.
Well, I'm here now.
Only some. The rest locked themselves in the slaver's carriage rather than fleeing. I want to help them, Sid. But we're barely in any state.
You made the right decision.
The goblins may still be out.
You have duties to attend to here.
All right. Just follow the path to the south. We'll come across the carriage, and please, hurry. If the beastmen get to those bears...
I won't let that happen.
Thank you.
Don't thank me,
Alright, to the south. It's actually not that far away.
They're trying to get into the carriage. This one. Over here!
And down he goes. Alright.
A friend. Are there any more Why didn't you flee with the others? If the goblins had me...
Why should we run?
Perhaps. Freedom, safety, the life you've been...
Sid, I couldn't just... You weren't too late then.
This man risked his life to save yours.
Fine.
Do with us what we'll do with you is take you to safety.
You can leave the rest to us, Sid. We'll get it.
Thank you. I'll let Doc.
The little ones have been up to their old tricks again.
Sid, welcome back. If I'd just waited a little, or maybe I wouldn't. I keep...
Cole and the others got home safely.
No, I was lucky. I've been tracking that slaver for months, and then I sent Cole and you after them. What kind of leader sends people into... I should have urged greater caution, told Cole to beware.
We swore the same oath as you, Doc.
It's good to see you safe and well.
With all due respect, we Cursebreakers don't risk our lives because you commanded it, but one without sever joins our ranks. The agony of removing the brand more than sees to that.
Cole, I never doubted your courage. Thank you for your faith in me. I sometimes wonder if I might prefer to risk death alongside the other, but I'm a Cursebreaker. I swore an oath too.
You will.
Alright, that should have got us the new rank. Breath of Fire, Raising Flame, reduces the cooldown time. Okay. Alright, what's our next scale?
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper. Come to claim your just desserts?
410. With 800 ability points. Oh, I would... Yeah, I need that. High Cleric's Medallion. Okay, so I need... 55? No. Yeah, 55 more points.
Come again. I may have more for you.
Alrighty. And with that, I thank you all for coming and stopping by. It really was an adventure. And I hope you all will... sorry, itchy. I hope you all will join me again tomorrow. Between 2:30 Central Time is when we shall start. And until that point, stay safe, take care, and love each other.